point, and you don't have to spend an hour.
Good job.
That's your business. If it don't come out in the wash, it's gonna come out in the rinse, but it's got to come out. I don't care about that stuff. I'm not gonna expose your business as your friend. Right. I'm not gonna do all of that stuff.
No, what he's asking is, did I address that person about them asking?
Right. It does matter. I think sometimes
no, it doesn't. You know why? You know why? Well, to you, but I don't care. Everybody at that pool party was random.
No, but the thing is that what
and what kind of pissed me off when I drove away from the pool party is that a lot of the gays, since we're going to use the gay, because I don't want to use the F word because that's how they were being, a lot of the gays were curious and just wanted to know for sake of knowing somebody else's business that had shit to do with them.
Right.
Into all the house parties.
So I knew who he was because being around, I knew last night, honey, that he played a part in the circle.
Say his name.
So
you know what you saw.
How can I say this? There's certain the ways of gay people or us gays or whatever you want to call it that really irritates me.
I think that if Wes found somebody, we would have house parties over here and we can.
You want some dip?
That's stuff.
That's dip. Chinese.
I saw that show with the dude from you trying to
chicken. You take some.
And he was a professor. And he was selling people money.
Tell me why.
You got a job already. Why are you selling people money?
I want you to say it.
I think it makes sense because a lot of times
it'll make me feel.
All right, we are recording. Everybody ready?
Dwayne, get off me.
I ain't ready. Trey's not even in.
Well, he don't have to be. Ooh, you better watch out.
He was sitting there. Oh, you about to make a play? Did you want to make a play?
I guess I'm like.
You want something now? You want some of mine? You have some. Can I eat on camera? Please eat on camera. Oh Lord, look at this. Thank you so much.
Everybody good?
I'm good.
What's going on, world? This is A Connection TV, and thank you guys for tuning in to Culture Clubb.
And Dwayne's eating.
Really? You all right?
Dwayne's eating.
Let's do that one more time.
I'm sorry. Wait, let me get all
Just
this.
sit it on the table.
No, I just want to get all this off my face. I don't have my powder sponge, and I'm just.
You know he gonna put this on, right?
This gonna be.
You know he gonna put this on, right?
If you put it on,
He put all of this on before he introduces.
What's going on, world? Thank you guys for tuning in to A Connection TV, the one channel on YouTube where we actually adopt similar connections despite our differences. And you are tuning into Culture Clubb. What we are going to do is reintroduce ourselves, stating our name, our zodiac sign, and one question that we have about anything. One question. Starting with you.
I am Jeremy. I am an Aquarius, and my one question is: are your friends more important than the relationship that you are currently in?
Next.
My name is Dwayne. I am a Taurus. And my question is, why is Donald Trump still in this election?
Okay.
My name is Jonathan. I'm a Sagittarius, and my one question is, do you think it's appropriate to force your religion on somebody?
All right.
My name is Tehran. I'm a Gemini. I don't know what my question is. Do you like light or dark liquor?
All right.
Are we gonna answer these questions?
Yes.
Hey, my name is Dale. I'm a Scorpio, and I don't know. I didn't think about this that much. So since you mentioned Donald Trump, I want to know, how is he qualified to be president of the United States? Like, if you're not qualified to get hired at, if I can't apply for a job at Valencia University to be a teacher, how is he qualified to be the president of the United States without having any political experience?
Okay.
He's a reality star.
Hello. I am Wesley. I am a Leo. And I want to know, why do women continuously and consistently allow men to ejaculate in their vaginas?
What in the world? What is going on? Jesus.
Move right along. I know it's hard, baby, to come out. It's a bit much.
My name is
For
Sheldon.
somebody that don't get pushed,
My name.
It's better eat too much and talk too much.
My name is Sheldon. I'm a Cancer. And my one question is, do you feel like you can talk to a feminine top?
Sir?
I'm gonna piggyback off of both of those.
We're going to touch up on all
I'm
of that.
TC and I am a Libra. And why do some guys call themselves having a boy pussy?
All right.
Yes, this is
So,
I'm trying to eat.
this
I see y'all.
That didn't
So Tehran, say Tehran, pick one of the questions to elaborate on.
Oh my God.
Other than yours.
This question is very.
he didn't say much.
Okay.
This
I want to talk about the boy pussy thing, about Jeremy question.
What
He
did I
basically
say?
said, you don't remember what he said?
I want you to tell me.
Should your boyfriend, should your friends be able to ask your
Oh
boyfriend?
yes, of course.
Don't interrupt me.
No, that was my question. My question was, what is more important, spending time with your friends or your
No,
dude?
you had two questions in one.
Oh, okay.
Damn,
That was his question.
He said it once.
But I thought you also said,
No, my
which is
question.
more important?
Right. Which is more important, spending time, spending time with your friends, or
It's like a combo question.
right,
Your
or,
B.
right, spending time with your friends or your new boyfriend, and you can pass me that plate because I want you to know.
So I want you to answer his
My
question.
answer to that question would be, it depends. Because I know some people like to coincide the time together and spend time with your boyfriend and your friends together, but as
Together or
yeah,
separate?
let me elaborate on it. So some people like to coincide, spend no time together. I think you should spend time, but you also should give them their individual time. Like, especially a new boyfriend, there's 24 hours in a day. You have enough time to spend time with both of those people. And especially if your boyfriend like certain type of music and your friends do, then why not can y'all all spend time together?
Okay.
So I'm not gonna say one's more than the other. It just depends on the situation. Because people who pick their friends before their boyfriend all the time, you're gonna have an issue. If you pick your boyfriend before your friends all the time, you're gonna have an issue as well.
Okay. Dale, how you feel?
Oh damn!
I guess he's done with your answer. I if I'm dating someone new, I always tend to get to know that person more. Now, I already know my friends. I'm not ditching my friends, but if it's a matter of more or less, it's gonna be the boyfriend,
And they
and then eventually balance it out.
Right.
and they should have enough respect for you to understand that.
Right.
You have some friends that are just like, no, I want to be in the third wheel, or I want to say no.
Okay. My answer or response to that is, I feel that there should be a balance, but I've noticed that when you meet someone new and you're all like lovey-dovey and that's my bae and that's my boo, then all the time that I've bear witness to all the time, it happens that this person gets all enraptured with this, with this new boo, whatever, then they forget their friends, don't want to be around, don't come around as much, don't be around as much. Then all of a sudden after 2 weeks, they husbands and they're gonna be together for the rest of their lives. And then after a month, oh, this bitch cheated on me, I wanna beat her ass. So it's like, I feel like a lot of the times when people rush into these situations, they don't even spend time to get to actually know them or take the time to get to actually know them. And it's so quick. And then it's like, okay, when they're going through the problems with this new person, now they want to call me up. But bitch, I ain't hear from you in like 4 months now. You've been talking to this hoe. Why you calling me? You know what I'm saying? So I think there should be, I'm just saying, I think there should be like a balance. But I think for me, because I know that my friends are going to be there, they're going to get the bulk of my time over this new guy because it's just some new guy that I'm just getting into. And eventually we will like over time we'll connect and we'll build it. But I'm not gonna, spend 3 months with this and not see my friends at all. Like that doesn't. I don't think that makes sense for me. So.
Well, I would say I think that's the issue is that, especially in the gay community, you meet somebody you met one night, and the next week, oh, we're either moving together or we love each other. It's like you gotta get time. Like people don't say, okay, I'm interested in this person. I want to get to know this person more, because when you meet somebody, they're only gonna show you the best qualities of them.
Right.
And to be in a relationship, you have to love the bad and the good, because no one's perfect. So, as a relationship, getting to know somebody, it takes time. That's why you may not get to know somebody for a year or two before you be like, you know what, let's do it. Let's start being exclusive. And let's go back to what we had a discussion previously about, when are you exclusively with this person? Are you getting to know this person, or are they just somebody who you just mess around with when you're free?
But that goes back to what I was thinking in my head, is that if you don't take the time to get to know this person because you're always with your friends, you're not going to get to know the person.
Right, because your friends are always going to be there. Like, they have to understand that if you have somebody new that you're trying to get to know, of course you're going to have that time for that person to get to know them. So I'm not going to be like, oh, well, let me go spend time with him for 2 hours and the rest of the time with my friends. No.
Right.
Not going to work like that.
I just think there has to be a balance, for yes.
Wes looking at me like,
What you think? Yeah.
I think that if Wes found somebody, we're gonna have house parties over here and we can.
Let me sit up. Here we go. Cause you already know. Every time they address me, I gotta get up.
That's not it.
Because actually, if I wanted to, currently, I could call somebody a boyfriend right now.
So are you calling him a boyfriend? Why not?
I'm not calling him a boyfriend because I haven't known him that long. Just like he said.
Is that a
just like he
boyfriend?
said, but I will never.
You just said a boyfriend. Is that a boyfriend or a piece?
A piece of what?
A piece.
He said if he wanted to, he can call him.
Yeah, if I wanted to call him boyfriend, I could right now. But what I will say is during the time that I've been getting to know this person, I haven't been fucking anybody else. I haven't been entertaining anybody else. I haven't been messing around with anybody else. So in terms of saying that I'm exclusive with this person, I'm not exclusive with this person. I can do whatever the hell I want to do. But he has my interest, so there's no need for me to dibble and dabble anywhere else. So like Tayron just said, I'm not gonna spend every single day with him. No, I don't need to get to know somebody every single day, because like even after a year or 2 years, you still won't know this person. You're still not gonna know them. So why am I gonna spend every single day with this person? No, I'm just not gonna do that.
So
but to what he said, I still have my motherfucking house parties. Why? Because I can and I want to.
You just want to get on that.
Yes.
That's all.
Don't come for me.
Do you agree talking
unless
on
I
the phone
send
every
for
day?
you.
You think talking on the phone every day is a bad thing?
No.
No, because that's
For
communication.
like a long
Yeah, that's communication.
I just feel like-
I think communication is the biggest part of establishing some kind of sound,
Right.
trusting relationship to some.
I'd rather be face to face, because when people on the phone, they're
course.
fine.
No, but it's all forms of communication.
There's sometimes where I'm working so much, I don't have time to make time to be able to see. So talking on the phone it's not reassurance for me, but it kind of is. To have that conversation, that daily conversation, whether it's a 10-minute, 15-minute conversation, I like that reassurance because it lets me know that we are still headed on a path. Versus they're going 2 to 3 days in between. You know, in this community, you just 2 to 3 days. That's like an open play.
Right.
You just don't know. Wow. So I need to know.
I don't know. Like, there's certain. How can I say this? There's certain the ways of gay people or us gays or whatever you want to call it that really irritates me, because when you say like, oh, if I haven't heard from you for 3 days, that probably means something. No, I work. I do things after work. You weren't a part of my busy lifestyle 2 weeks ago, and I was doing a lot of shit then. So it's not gonna stop. Just because I think you're cool, we have great conversation, and I want to get to know you. No, my life is not going to stop. But I will still give you ample opportunity to get to know me and vice versa. Why do we feel like, okay, I haven't heard you in 2, are you okay? Are you cheating on me? Are you with somebody else? No, like I don't like, just
like
you know you
just
had a good day.
communication.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure.
Text me.
I'm
Let me know you had a
right.
good day.
I'm pretty sure out your
It's
day,
communication.
out
I
your
don't
day,
like
you
that.
have a free
It's not
time
keeping track.
or a free moment in your day where you can be like, oh, let me text them, or whatever.
All that time you spent going to the vending machine, the gas station.
Right, that part.
No, sir.
You know you're not sitting at your desk 8 hours a day.
I don't know. I just
You know you got time to pick up the phone and say,
That's
hey,
crazy.
But let's be
That's
honest.
crazy.
crazy.
No, the only reason why I say that is because, like, I'll tell y'all, like, if I was fucking everybody else or doing something with us, I ain't thinking about nobody but this one person, and I'm chilling. Let me do me. Like, let me relax. Like, when we together, everything's gravy. Okay, when we not, I'm supposed to be possibly doing some extra career. No, why it gotta be like that all the time?
It's not
past experiences.
But you know,
Right.
No, this is
Sometimes
current
it's true.
experience.
Sometimes there are doing other stuff. And because of situations like that, you do learn that when people say, okay, I'm not talking to nobody, they be like, but from the way it looks like you are talking to somebody, and that's how you learn things. I'm not saying that's all the time, but
That's called
sometimes you gotta
insecurity.
be vigilantly looking at that
No,
shit.
it's
That
not.
shit.
It's
Because
feel
good about looking at yourself in the mirror, and you won't have to worry about what this other person is doing.
not
Be confident in yourself.
I know so many married couples.
Well, yes, you have to be confident in yourself, but
Yes,
then you
indeed.
also want to have that one-on-one relationship when you getting to know somebody. Then you want to have that time where you can talk to them and call them and text them and say, hey, what's going on with you two today? You want to do that.
But
And then
so
maybe
that's
two
fine.
years down the road, then it can be like, I'll see you when I get home.
But
Right.
if you're
But
gonna
then
know
if we live
somebody
together,
and no one else knows, then
Come on,
you and
you
that
ready?
person know each other. That's
What you won't do.
'Cause
What you won't do.
If you ready, let's go. We could.
Are you satisfied with the responses to your question?
I'm not. No, I am. I'm just kidding. No, I am. Yeah, I
Because
mean,
if we live together, I'm not gonna want to talk to you every.
That's different.
I'll see you
together.
I mean, I don't know. It's what that when you live together because we live together, so that things can change.
Or at least let me know when you bring me for lunch.
I'm gonna tell you, the issue right now is people are getting relationships.
Well, let them two
you never
talk
know
for a
somebody's
second,
talking to
'cause right
somebody or somebody likes somebody
Right.
because it's like they're like this person, but they also like this person too. It's like these hidden agendas that are going on. No one ever knows who talking to whoever because everybody's
Yes.
hiding it, and that's the issue right
That's the
there.
truth.
Okay.
With the game.
Okay. Another thing, another stigma of the game. Another stigma of the game. So, case in point, I'm not hiding a motherfucking thing. It's nobody's business what the fuck I'm doing.
Say his name. Say his name.
So,
You know what you saw?
so when we went to Jonathan's pool party, I introduced him as his name, who he is. I didn't say, "Oh, this is my new boo, this is my new bae, this is my boyfriend." By the time you came there,
I didn't.
He was at
by
the
the time
You already know who he was.
right, you done already been to all the house parties.
Kiss my go to hell. I knew who he was because being around, I knew last night, honey, that he played a part in the circle. I knew then last night because I didn't know nothing else.
But why do people hide
However you-
stuff?
It's not just
Can I answer that question? Let me answer that question.
But I'm gonna tell you this. I didn't know anything about when you introduced them to the pool party. I didn't know nothing about that. I knew who they were because they had been around a couple times. I didn't know until last night. I was like, you know what? Wait a minute. This might be.
connect the dots.
Right.
That's when I connected the dots and I realized something just ain't right. And I felt as your
Something ain't
friend.
right.
Why is it not?
I felt as your friend that you could roll your eyes all you want. They was very cool before you rolled them. But I want to tell you this: you could at least.
I don't get that either.
Right, just say, you know, I'm getting to know somebody.
I like
you
this
know.
person.
You should have said
Me and
that.
Sex
I know
are
nothing
talking.
about that.
Okay, my question
Can I
is,
say one thing
what?
first?
Go ahead.
The issue I have with that is sometimes people feel like, okay, I'm not going to introduce them because I want them like somebody else. Or but like, if they're going to be a whore with somebody else, let them because then you realize that they're not the person for you. Like, if you're trying to protect somebody from talking to somebody else or anything, because in reality, yeah, we have had people who you thought you were talking to and then they end up being bored with somebody else.
Or having
we know that storyline.
Right.
But
last Saturday.
it is what it is. You can't
I wasn't there.
why?
My thing, here's what I'll say. I think a lot of us all here have been through enough bullshit with another person.
Right.
So I speaking for myself, I've been through enough bullshit dealing with the next person. So what I will not do is concern myself with bullshit dealing with the next person. I don't care who knows, who wants to know. It's nobody's fucking business but me, myself, and that other person. So what I found out, and what kind of pissed me off when I drove away from the pool party, is that a lot of the gays, since we're going to use the gay, because I don't want to use the F word because that's how they were being. A lot of the gays were curious and just wanted to know for sake of knowing somebody else's business that had shit to do with them.
Right.
So what they called themselves doing was asking 121 motherfucking questions to the person that I brought to the pool party that had nothing to do with them. It is for one of those particular reasons why I don't speak about certain things, because it's nobody's motherfucking business at all. Now if you're a cool friend, you be like, hey, what's going on? How you doing? Blah blah. Who's this, Wes? Okay, y'all together. Oh, y'all doing something? Then I will respond. But I mean, that's
investigative stuff. I don't like stuff like that. I agree with that.
And that
because it's inappropriate, and especially in a place where we're all supposed to be relaxed.
Yeah, chilling. Like, why you worried about who Wes with?
And we were at his wonderful pool party. It was great.
It was so
you did like he did a great job.
Awesome job.
Every time we have it, we have
next time we know. But no, I feel like that's another reason why, for me, I'm reserved when it comes to the whole. If I'm still getting to know somebody, I don't have a problem. If he asks me if I'm dating somebody, I'll answer the question. But when it comes to like a group of people that I don't necessarily know, and they ask me like 50 questions, I'm like, I don't even know you, and why does it matter?
Like. If he didn't
if it was anybody that's in this room who I've actually had personal conversations with outside of just like having a drink, then it's not a big deal. But a random people, it's just kind of like, why?
That's different. But yeah, I mean, I can understand the difference.
Everybody at that pool party was random.
No, but the thing is that
at 8 o'clock, I didn't know who was on.
Why your shoulder doing that? What's up with your shoulder? Why your shoulder doing that?
No, I just said that just to light faces up. No, because when
can I say something?
Go ahead.
I had no clue about I be in my own separate world. I didn't know nothing about that situation, the person, the individual. I didn't know none of that stuff. I was clueless. Just like him, I was clueless to the whole thing. I said up until last night is when I was like, oh, okay, I understand. Maybe. Okay, cool. That's cute.
So you were going. So you were sitting at the table, playing teeth.
I'm not gonna say a lie. It was up until 7:30 that night. I was like,
but he was still. I didn't
know they were with somebody.
I wasn't a part of that because, again, I don't live my life to be like that. We have to just live. Whatever you do is your business.
Right.
Whatever they do is business.
Yeah.
I don't care about all that stuff.
Yeah.
I don't. We talked about this last night when we kind of got into a little boom because I don't.
Roll the footage.
Right. No, the transcript. It wasn't transcript. I don't care. Every person out their own person. You live your life for who you are and what you want to be. I do not involve myself in what my friends do, because if say you and I are dating, me and you dating, and you doing what you doing on the side, you cheating on me or whatever, that's your business. If it don't come out in the wash, it's gonna come out in the rinse, but it's got to come out. I don't care about that stuff. I'm not gonna expose your business as your friend. Right. I'm not gonna do all of that stuff.
Well, somebody felt some sort of way. He was like, oh, he was there? I was like, yeah, he was at the pool party. He met a couple people. I didn't know.
Okay,
were you supposed to?
You're irrelevant. So anyways.
Okay. I mean, were you supposed to?
But did you address them at that point? Because then that's when you are supposed to address them at that point.
Address what?
The person. That person who came to you. The investigator who came to you.
I found out afterward. But here's the thing.
That's a no.
It's a no. You know why? Because none of that matters. It does not matter. No. It does
matter.
Right.
No, what he's asking is, did I address that person about them asking?
Right. It does matter. I think sometimes
it doesn't. You know why? You know why? Well, to you, but I don't care, because it just shows me the type of person. It shows me the type of person that they are. So when you already put yourself in the category that I gives two fucks about, then you're gonna stay there, and that's fine, because that's you. And I'm not gonna judge you for who you are or how you want to play games or how you want to be in this ragged life.
Who you are.
That's you. But I'm chilling. That's not me, and that's not the person that I'm talking to.
Why would you not my thing is, once you try me one time, I feel like if I don't address you,
Let it happen
when you
again.
try me.
No, let it happen again. I want it to happen again. Because if it happen again, then we'll have problems.
Because
but let it happen again.
I agree with Wes.
That's
You
it.
should never give somebody power, because you just don't give somebody power. When someone asks a question to me, just say, you know, yeah, whatever. Don't entertain it. When you entertain it, that's when they like to come back for another two. They like to come back for round two. Sometimes with 2 players or 3 players. You gotta knock out 3.
And it's not gonna be
With your move.
They won't.
It's like, look.
They won't.
It's a 3 player.
No, because people. As much as I like to think that people are mature, people actually do enjoy and they get off with stuff like that. They
And
can
some
get off
people do. Those that are
trying
immature.
people
But those are people don't need your friend circle. We invite people to our friend circle.
but you don't know
They
people's
shouldn't be in our
associates.
circle.
I learned last night when I invited somebody to somebody's house.
Don't. Let's move on.
Wait a minute.
So let's go to okay, hold on. So Dale got one thing to say, and then we're gonna move on to the next question.
That's what happened last night.
So this is my thought on it for you in particular. I feel like when you are a high profile person,
Yes, that's him.
people want to know your business.
Oh, yes.
When you become a celebrity or a household name,
Oh, yes.
or you have fans,
Or followers.
people want to know your bit. They want to know your life.
They do.
They think they're your friend, but in their mind they're your friends because they know so much about you. But in your mind, they're just a random person.
They're not brothers.
So you're gonna be, your life is gonna be scrutinized. People are gonna want to know every facet of your life, and so that's something that is gonna piss you off. But I feel like you're gonna get even bigger and even more popular, and so it's something that you're basically gonna have to get used to.
Yeah, that's why I paid it does.
That is a good point, and you don't have to consider out.
Good job. And that's, I think that's like a big thing, you know, that for me and a lot of people is, you know, as you build, like, I guess, a following or whatever, that scrutiny or that extra commentary, and you're just like, you don't know me, but at the same time, it's like you can't get mad because that's just what
They see.
the people do.
It comes with the
They only-
territory.
and that's why.
But I told you
how
last
celebrities
night.
do it.
I separate the two.
But that's like a social media thing.
Social
If you
media is
have a
evil.
lot of followers, friends, whatever you do, whatever you post, whatever you say, it's going to be.
They're gonna read
I
into
witnessed
it.
like 3 things just last week off of one person giving their opinion on something that like a celebrity blogger did, and like all of a sudden now it became like a thing because they spoke on it and they had a number of followers that followed the same person that or whoever they talked about. And it became like a whole thing. So like on social media, like you can't, if you have a big following or you follow a lot of people or people look at what you're doing, like you have to be careful about what you speak on, what you have an opinion about, what you post.
But I don't say you gotta be careful.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't have to be careful because
You gotta be careful. Just be yourself. I think
Right.
you gotta say people are human beings.
But no, I'm not saying you have to be
People-
careful.
That shows it.
But what's on your shoulder though? Why is it doing that?
People determine what they want.
I've never seen them do that before. But why is it?
But just be ready to have the conversation.
Yeah, be ready for the backlash.
You have to be ready for the conversation.
You gotta say celebrity.
okay, so let's get to the next question. TC,
That
your
was-
question. Let's elaborate on your question.
What
Why
was this
people
question,
call
TC?
themselves having a boy pussy?
You never called your ass boy pussy.
Trey, give me your cup. You need to refill. We're gonna get you right. Cause I need
You come on, because I want you to answer this question.
you got it right
Are we breaking? Are we taking a break? Let's take a break. We breaking from this. Hold on. Explain to the people that weren't able to understand your history with your sister, if you can give us a little brief synopsis of how you came to meet and how that all worked out for the show.
Okay, yeah, I met Asia when I was about 15. I was about to turn 16.
I was trying to hurry.
I didn't know nothing. All I did was I came. I didn't want to do nothing. I was so hungover. I couldn't do nothing.
There was everything else.
Right.